Hello everybody. Today we are going to be doing the reversing ELF room on TryHackMe. I already did this before. I recorded it as well. It was my first ever time trying it, but being OBS, decided to ruin the audio, so the entire recording was a complete waste. But I did complete all of the rooms completely on my own without any outside help, and I still wanted to share it, so I'm going to do them one by one. It's just going to be a lot quicker now that I know what to do. So, starting with the first one, it's just a simple warm-up. All you have to do is download the file, which is in my downloads, crack me one, and literally all you have to do is run it. And it gives you the flag. Room number 2, let's see, I think for room number 2, what I did was I think I did strings. And it should be somewhere in here. Yep. The password is right there. Super secret password. That's the first half of the challenge, and the second half you need to provide a password. So all you have to do to get the second one is run it with super secret password as the parameter, and there you go. For room number 3, I think this one, I don't quite think that strings is enough. Wait, I think it was. Yep, you can check in strings, but well, I mean, you see some stuff talking about a password, but you don't really see any actual password, except for this bit of data, which looks pretty interesting. And I'm not kidding. My first thought was that this was base 64. I didn't think that I didn't think that it was actually going to work, but I hopped over to CyberChef from base 64, copy it in, and this is the actual flag. I was genuinely surprised when that worked out. And the fourth challenge was when things got actually difficult. Well, no, not necessarily when things got actually difficult. This one was just significantly more difficult than all of the other ones. So let's run it. You need a password, and this time the password is hidden. And you can already tell that I used the password pickles before, and that password is not okay. If we try strings, we don't find anything. See, this password is not okay. We have a usage, and that's all we get. We don't get anything else. So this is the first time when we have to jump into IDA. Let's see, I wonder if I can, there we go. Crack me 4, we're gonna open that up in IDA. And what do we get? We get our main function. This is the logic that checks the input parameters. And we have our compare password function in here. And compare password runs get password as well, which I think does the actual comparison. If I was reading it correctly, I think it compares the input password to some password in memory, character by character. So the way to test this one, you need to first go over to your debugger option, go to your process options, and the program won't work if you don't give it a parameter. So what we're going to do is we're going to use pickles as our parameter. And then I'm just going to add a breakpoint at the start of main here, and I'm going to start debugging it. Don't need these windows, we just need to see our general registers up here. And I'm just going to keep hitting F7, which is jump into, till we get to our get password function. And this contains a loop that is, I'm assuming, going to increment a pointer, which will read a password in memory, character by character. And it takes a little bit for IDA to figure out what is going on until this point, when it has detected this string, and as we keep running the loop, that string is going to keep filling out in RDI, and we're almost done with it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and there it is. That is the password for room number 4. My more secure password with a little bit of leet speak in there. This one took me quite a while to figure out at first. I was kind of just stuck here for a while, messing around randomly, and I didn't even know how to add a parameter to the debug option. I was kind of just clicking around randomly, and I figured it out on my own, which was pretty cool. I wish I could have shown that to you, but that is why we love OBS. On to number 5. We need to figure out how to get the program to say good game. So let's see. We have runtime input this time. So let's say hello, and it just says always dig deeper. We need to get it to say good game. I already know strings does not give us anything useful. Strings at this point will not be useful. So we're going to jump into IDA again, load up TryHackMe 5, and we have this big giant array being initialized here. I'm assuming it's an array and not just like 50 string variables or 50 character variables or something. But this one is a lot simpler than it looks. We are initializing this big array, printing out, entering your input, reading the user input, and then we're just comparing the user input to this array line by line, which I'm just assuming what string comparison does. But actually, I don't quite know if it goes line by line. But IDA is able to tell us what each of these hexadecimal values come out to in ASCII. So all we need to do is run our program and then just type in that array. I'll try and do that as quick as I can. And we get good game. And that is actually the input here. Simple enough. Anyway, on to number 6. What happens when we run this one? Well, we need a password. And try to ignore the autofilling. Password pickles is not okay. Well, what do? We load it up into IDA. I forgot I still have IDA open with the other one. Let's not save that. TryHackMe 6. What do we have? All right. Well, we got our input parameters. We got another compare password, and we have a my secure test here as well. So let's jump into my secure test, and it is just this big, beautiful block of whatever this is. And I was taking a look at these littler blocks here, and I'm seeing IDA is able to detect some of these little characters here, and I'm seeing that every other block has a different character, and I was just reading them out, and I saw 1, 3, 3, 7. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not random, that's leet. So I kept reading them out, and it's literally it just comes out to leet underscore password. So run it again with 1337 password, and look at that, password okay. And that's exactly what it is. Well, now we're on to number 7. What do we have here? Close this out again, I forgot to. Oops, I forgot to run it first. Let's run it first. This one is definitely the most unique because we have a whole menu. We get to say hello, we get to put in our name and everything, and it says hello to us, and we get to even add 2 numbers. Into our first number and our second number, and it gives us an output. And there are seemingly no other options to that. There's nothing even related to a password. So we need to look in our assembly here, and it's quite complicated, as you can see down there. There's a lot of stuff everywhere, which is very interesting. But I did say that strings was not very useful past this point, but that was actually a lie. Because if we look at strings for this program here, we can see some hidden information. We got our expected stuff. You know, we have our menu, we have our hello, unable to read name, unable to read number, but then we see, wow, such hacksaw, which is interesting. At what point in our program does it say that? So let's look for it. Let's look for some text, find a string. Let's look for wow. Oh, and it found it. We have wow, such hacksaw right over here in the middle of our logic. And most of these blocks are just handling the other menu functions that aren't of any interest to us and their subsequent error messages and things. So let's go back down. Wow, such hacksaw. Let's follow it back up. Oh dear, I didn't mean to do that. Follow it up, follow it up. And okay, we print the menu and everything, and I think this is comparing for option 1. If it's not option 1, we look for option 2. If it's not option 2, we look for option 3. And if it's not option 3, then what do we do? If it's not option 3, then we compare it to whatever this is. So we're going to convert that to decimal. And we're going to do it manually. What is our value? 7A69. All right, let's hop into Desmos here because I like Desmos. And I'm going to make it dark for you. All right, 7A69. So we have 7 times 16 to the third plus A, which is 10 times 16 squared plus 6 times 16 to the first plus 9. That gives us 31,337, which is just elite if I had to guess. So we're going to hop into our program here. We're going to run it, and instead of choosing option 1, 2, or 3, we're going to choose option 31,337. And wow, such hacksaw. We got our flag. Pretty neat. And on to our very last one here. What does this one do? What does this one do? Okay, well, we need to put in a password. Oh, wait a minute. I need to re-download this one for a reason that I will explain later. So what do we do? What do we do? Well, we could check it out in strings. Maybe it'll have something useful. See if there's anything, and we're really not. Just not seeing a single thing here. That means we should check it out in IDA. All right, well, we got our checking our command line arguments. And I am not sure what what this function does, but this is clearly the function that is gathering our password to check against. Jumping into this function doesn't give us anything. We have a give flag function, but there's nothing really to be seen here. So we're kind of stumped. We don't have any visible data in this assembly here. Okay, Ida, can we jump back to main, please? Thank you. So what do we do? Well, here is our condition that either gives us the flag or denies us. We have a jump if equal to. I think that's what this is. It's either jump if equal to or jump if not equal to. So what if I just decided to make that the opposite comparison? So we have jump if 0, which is the opcode 74. What if I just decided to change it to its opposite version, which just happens to be opcode 75? And I only figured that out by looking it up, but I'm just going to save you the hassle of me looking it up. So I'm going to apply our changes. So now it's jump if not 0. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to edit here, patch program, apply patches to input file, hit OK. And now all we have to do is Oh dear. Oh, I forgot to give it executable privileges. Look at that. Even though this is not the password, we got our flag. Because now it doesn't matter what password we put in, it's always going to work. So that is how you complete this very lovely reverse engineering room. Practice just looking at strings, practicing looking through assembly to find any useful information, practicing the debugger, and we even get to practice patching programs. So overall, a very fun room, and I wish I could have shown you my initial reactions and my initial thought process doing this, but that's just how things go. I guess when you're working with technology and OBS in particular, things don't always work out the way you would like them to. If you like this kind of stuff, maybe I'll do some more of these. Maybe I'll make a second channel or something just for cybersecurity stuff. But this was fun doing this today, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.